welcome to GGKCS, multi-generational podcast / FlossTube for fans of all things knitting, cross-stitch, and geeky. I'm Cece, and I'm so glad you're here today. Today is Sunday, the 26th of December, 2021, and this is episode 474. I'd like to say a big welcome back. Love y'all. To all returning viewers, and a big hi at any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. Hope you enjoy the show. I would like to sing to you a very, very, nostalgic Boxing Day song. Are you ready? I'm dreaming of a white Boxing Day. Yes, woke up to snow this morning. So I think the lighting's gonna be okay. I opened it because I was like, I want y'all to see the snow is falling, and yeah, I don't think my grocery order is getting delivered today, and well, all right, fun times. So yeah, it's snowing in Seattle for Boxing Day. I don't know what time it started snowing when I went to bed last night, or last time I looked outside last night, which would have been, I don't know, between like maybe 8 and 9 p.m. It wasn't snowing yet that I saw. So at some point it started snowing in Seattle. So, all right, y'all, I have a lot of stuff to show y'all. Multiple piles over here on the desk. So we should probably go ahead and get started. Here we go. All right, let's talk about what's on the needles. Nothing. I will be casting something on because I'm waiting for the yarn to come, I guess sometime in the next few days, for one more pair of shorty fingerless mitts that I need to knit. But in my Little Fish Stitches cat project bag, I'm going to be doing a pair of shorty Christmas socks for me. These are what I had planned before I started in on all the shorty fingerless mitts. So this is West Yorkshire Spinner Signature 4-ply in the Fairy Lights colorway. I've knit multiple pairs of socks out of this colorway, and I'm going to do a shorty pair for myself. So I'm going to cast those on, and those are going to be my knitting this week while I'm waiting for the other yarn to come. And let's see. Will I have, let's see, hold on. Let's look at the calendar here. Oh, I will have also started my, what's it called? Dust of Snow wrap that I'm going to talk about more in Yummies. I will, and also in Ask the Geeks. So I will have started that hopefully when I record again next weekend. So there we go. That's all for this segment. But that means I do have FOs. So let's move on to the next segment. All right, let's talk about finished projects. Here we go. Preemie hat number 51 for the year. This is from my free top-down preemie hat pattern that you can get on our website, javapearldesigns.com. And as always, everything we talk about in the podcast, FlossTube, is in the show notes, ggkcs.com. This was done on US 6's 4mm needles, and there's 3 different yarns in this. I was using up some scraps. Well, I didn't use them up completely, I don't think. I can't remember, y'all. I can't remember. Knit Picks Galileo in the Pearl colorway, Suburban Stitcher Sock in the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park colorway, and Pandia's Jewels Snug in the Supernatural colorway. So there's gray, and then the purples, the various purples with the yellows and the whites and the blacks. So there's that. And then yesterday, I finished another pair of shorty fingerless mitts. I don't know what number FO this is. It's in the 80s. So this is from a pattern that I adapted, a free pattern that I adapted. I did these on US 3's 3.25mm needles, and the yarn is All About Yarn Sparkle Owl in the GGK Turns 5 colorway. And these are a gift for someone. So I finished those, and let's see, I'll have one more preemie hat that is over here waiting to be cast, or it's cast on. I just need to knit it today. I don't think that I'll have another cross stitch finish before the end of the year. So preemie hat might be the last FO, because I definitely won't finish the socks before next week. So looks like maybe one more FO to go, and that'll be it for the year, and I'll finish in the 80s, which is amazing. So all right, let's move on to the next segment. Look at the snow falling. And now it's time for FlossTube. In my Humans with Cat Heads project bag from the 805 Stitcher, I have an FO. All right, so I am stitching all 3 of these patterns from this set on Fiber on a Whim 16 count Aida in the Cypress colorway. And the patterns are all from the same pattern set by Lindy Stitches. So I had showed y'all this one, Cats Love Christmas. And then this week, I finished Cat Eviction Notice. I changed the cat to be the ginger. I think it turned out really cute. And then the 3rd pattern in the set is Accident Free Days 0. And so I was working on this. Well, you can see the stitches right there, but so there is where I'm at. I've got the accident and the days and the X and the 0, so I need to do free over here and then carry on with the rest. I don't know. I maybe could get this done, maybe before next week. I don't know. We'll see. That would be nice to have finished all 3 during December, because I think I started the first one on December 1st. So that would be really awesome. That would be really, really awesome. Okay, and then in my Winnie the Pooh Knit Run Dig project bag, I am working on Edinburgh Castle, my Terra Luna Stitchery, and all the details of everything I'm using in this project are in the show notes, ggkcs.com. Here is where I'm at. Okay, so I'm working on this more than 25 minutes a day. You know, I'm just kind of in the zone right now. I'm dealing with mainly like 2 colors. I'm just going. So yeah. So on Friday, which is the end of my week for 25/7, I finished this column. And at that point I was at 45,600 stitches out of 265,824 complete. And that put me at, drumroll, 17.154% complete. And I've got 8 out of 60 pages done. When I finish this column, that'll be page 9. And then there's just a few more columns. I think there's maybe like 4 or 5 more columns maybe. I will not get those done before the end of the year, but I will finish this column for sure before the end of the year. So, yeah. And when I finish on, my days are so confused, y'all. Hold on, I gotta look at the calendar. Friday is the 31st. Okay, so when I finish stitching on this on Friday for my 25/7, I'm going to take this out of the Q-snap and photograph it, video it, whatever, so that I have like an ending point of the year, a starting point for next year, and we'll see how much I get done. And then I'm gonna have to move it over so that I can finish out these last few columns. So there we go, making progress on this. Over 17% done. I mean, I know when I start on the next set of pages, like all of this is going to be fairly okay, because it's not going to be many colors. But then as soon as I get in here, it's confetti heavy, y'all. So I don't know how much I will get done next year, but I'm going to do 25/7 still. So we will go from there and see where I can get to. So, and that is everything for FlossTube. I have much more FlossTube content to come in Yummies, in Ask the Geeks. So you should definitely stick around to hear what else I have to say. All right, let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show, Yummies. Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about, Yummies. And we're going to round out the year with the Black Needle Society, the Nice List box. I opened all these daily over on YouTube, or you might be on YouTube right now. I opened all these gifts daily in short videos. So if you want to see much more conversation about them, go watch those. Okay, day 19 was day 20 was floss for a pattern, which was day 21. This is a Christmas pin pillow by Kathy Barrick. I love the little reindeers. Super cute. This is 69 by 79. Okay, and then after that came this sticker set to put on the back of like framed pieces, and there you can put, you know, what it is, the designer, fabric, floss, start and finish, and who stitched it. And each of them have a different winter themed picture. My favorites are, well, I love that one. That's Snowflake. And where is it? That little cabin in the woods. Very, very cute. So there was those. And then on the 23rd, this awesome bag. This is by Live and Dye LA. So it's a tote bag, and it was dyed in the Aurora Borealis colorway. But if you look closely, there is a portion of the front of the bag that is Aida. So it is a 14 count Aida, and the size of the Aida section is 9 inches by 9 inches. So I'm gonna have to come up with something really cool to stitch on this. And it does have a really great bottom that opens out to make it wider. So I'm excited to figure out something to stitch on this. And then day 24. A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. Printed by the Black Needle Society because it is in public domain. But inside there are 5 cross-stitch patterns by Erica Michaels, Harstreet Samplery, Hello from Liz Matthews, Lottie Da, and Summer House Stitch Works. So there's one. This cute berry. Okay. Come at it from this side. There we go. Humbug. Christmas in My Heart. And the final one. Okay, this is another one. I got to come from this side. Here we go. Joy. So a very, very cool book. I love that the pages are gold edged. It's got a bookmark. Yeah, knocked it out of the park. And then day 25, Winter Wonderland Silk Hank Duo from Silks For You. I need to find out like the yardage and such on this because I've never used Silks For You before. But man, you could do an epically large project with those. So that is from the nice list. Okay, I'm going to still, let's see here. Okay, we're going to pause for a second so I can regroup and then we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, next up. So Silver D and some friends sent us a yarn advent calendar. I'm not going to be able to show you the yarns individually that came in the last week because while Dammy was here for Christmas, they helped me because in the new year, I'm going to be stitching 2 colors a month on this Dust of Snow wrap by Curious Handmade Helen Stewart. That's what it looks like. It's huge. So Dammy went through and put the yarn in a color order for me. So all of the yarn is in here in my, I know you can't hardly see anything, in my, I don't remember what she calls this. This is a project bag by Nerdbird Makery, but it's got all different kinds of makers on it. So all the yarn is in here. I've got the pattern here, and I will be starting this hopefully on January the 1st. But there was some other stuff that came as well from Silver. Beyond the coffee that I talked about each day in my Vlogmas Flossmas, Silver sent this beautiful skein of Regia Perfect in the 01735 colorway. So these knit up to be perfectly matching rainbow socks. I will be knitting these for myself. We were FaceTiming with my family yesterday, and my nephew, Wyatt, his favorite color is rainbow. And I was showing him this because I know he loves rainbow, and he was like, Aunt Cece, I would be so happy if you knit socks for me out of that. I would love them and wear them. I was like, Aunt Cece's going to knit socks for me out of this, and I'm going to love them and wear them. So I think what I'm going to do next year for them is knit some of the shorty fingerless mitts. And I think I'm going to do a rainbow pair for him, because I think he would love that. So there was this yarn, so I can't wait to knit with that. There is this beautiful hat. Just a nice slouchy hat. And then Dammy and I both got gorgeous shawls from Silver. I told Dammy, I was like, I wonder if some of the yarn that I'm going to be knitting with for my Dust of Snow wrap are in this, because that would be really cool. So again, Silver, thank you so, so much. Your kindness was just, it meant so much. So there is that. Okay, let's see, where am I now? Okay. I moved stuff around so that I would have space, and now I'm like, I don't know where I put stuff. Okay, next up. Love You More Studios. They got me with this cable knitted book sleeve. It doesn't have the same texture as some of their other book sleeves I have. It's got it's not knitted, but it's got a different texture. Inside are little white snowflakes. I'm gonna be using this year round though. This one is called, I don't know if they still have any, but it's called Made with Love. So I will be using this in the place of this seasonal Halloween bag or Halloween book sleeve that has my journal in it. So I will put my journal down in that, and it will go over here on the shelf or on my desk. And then this one will get put away to come out for seasonal use. So there was that. And like I said before, as always, links to everything are in the show notes. Next up, my Secret Santa from my book club went overboard. So she sent me stuff from Purple Siren Gifts. So these are vinyl decals. Love is Love, Pride, and Positive Mind, Positive Vibes, Positive Life. So there are those. And then I know that my Murderinos, other true crime lovers in the house will appreciate this. I'm only here to establish my alibi. How fabulous is that? I'm only here to establish my alibi. So I'm very excited for that. We have book club tomorrow. And so I'm going to wear it for book club. So that'll be fabulous. Oh, I didn't put this on here. Hold on. Let's add something. Let's add Fable Band. That is on my head. This is different from her. I don't think I talked about this last week. If I did, you're getting it twice. This is from her, I think it's called like Sweater Weather line. It's a different fabric. And this is a true knot instead of a faux knot. And I love it. It was a pre-order. I don't know if she has any more, but I love it. And it's so cozy warm and it's amazing. Okay. Next up, my bestie Katie sent me this beautiful print from the Modern Saints. This, I'm going to leave it in the plastic until I can get until I figure out how I'm going to display it. This is Saint Hildegard of Bingen. She was born in 1098 and died in 1179. She is a patron of writers, doctors, healers, scientists, composers, playwrights, artists, women leaders, and speakers, feminists, operas, the environment, and conservation. And Katie wrote me a beautiful, beautiful note about why she thought of me when she saw this. Part of it being St. Hildegard really came into who she was in her 40s. So there's that. And then I don't think that Katie ordered this. I think it just happened to be in here, but it touched me so much. This is St. Margaret, and it says, pregnancy can be a cause of such joy, so let us not forget those for whom it has brought pain. Be with mothers who have suffered miscarriage, complications, depression, pain, or early loss of their child. Let us bring such suffering to the light so that these women may heal and find community. Amen. And for those who don't know, I had three miscarriages. Sorry, I'm going to pick up the card. There we go. I had 3 miscarriages, and so that meant a lot to me, and it just touched me that was in there. So, okay. No, we're going to do this next. This was Dammy's Christmas present to me. This came from Kindred Candle Co. And, oh, it smells so good. It is an Anne of Green Gables set. So, up here, this is Anne of Green Gables Soy Wax Travel Candle in the Christmas Day scent. Look, it's rather large. Love it. This one is Christmas with the Cuthberts. It is Apple Maple Bourbon. And then this is a room spray, Christmas at Green Gables, and it's ginger and spice. And they all smell amazing. Dammy and I opened each one, and we're smelling it. And they sent a little bookmark with it and a sweet note from Dammy. So that was what Dammy gave me for Christmas. And so love that. Okay. And then the final thing for Yummies for this week, we got another Knit Crate box. I think they're still playing catch up. So, this box is Vintage Records. It came with some soak in the Pineapple Grove scent, which I'm keeping because we were running low on wool wash. And then it came with 2 skeins of Audine Wool's Harmony in the Rhythm and Blues colorway. This is wool, alpaca, tencel, and baby camel. Worsted weight 100 grams, 150 yards. So it came with 2 skeins. It's very, very soft. And then let's see, I need something to cover up the code. All right, there we go. This knit scarf and this crochet pillow can be made with the yarn that we got, and then they also do a sock box that has knit and crochet pattern that come with it. And just a reminder that you can save 20% on your first order with the coupon code GEEKY2020. It will only work to discount the first month of a recurring monthly subscription and any of their shop items. Link is in the show notes. And I'm going to tell you at the end, I'm going to make myself a note now, because the Black Needle Society, our rep codes are changing. I think I mentioned this last week, but I will give you those details at the end of the show. All right. I still have more to talk about. I need to get all this cleaned up. I'll be back. Enjoy the snow. All right. All right, well, I didn't really clean everything up. I drank coffee instead, so. All right, And now it's time for what we're reading, watching, and listening to. So just a reminder that our 2021 RAL read-along is coming to an end. This is a challenge for you to read 15 minutes a day, every day. I don't care what you're reading, as long as you're reading. Audiobooks do count. And by participating in our seasonal RALs, which right now we're October, November, December, you earn entries into the year-long challenge. And at the beginning of 2022, we will draw for 3 grand prize winners from all those entries. I will be closing. Well, first off, if you participated in the Modern Mrs. Darcy 2021 Reading Challenge, the thread is in the Facebook group to enter your entry into that, which will give you bonus entries into the grand prize drawing. So let's see. Let us consult the calendar again. So on Saturday, the 1st, when I get up, which I probably will be sleeping in, but when I get up, I will lock the thread, and that is when we will draw for the grand prize winners. And so I will announce that on next week's episode. So make sure you have all your stuff posted by New Year's Eve night, because that next morning I will be locking the thread. Okay, what am I reading? I am continuing to read How to Heal Yourself When No One Else Can by Amy Shire. For my Unashamed Love Collective book club, I am reading Walking the Bridgeless Canyon, Repairing the Breach Between the Church and the LGBTQ Community by Kathy Baldock. That's actually the January book. Tomorrow, Monday night, we have our December book discussion. But I think I talked about this last week. The January book is very long and in places very dense theologically. So Amber, our leader, just recommended we start on it if we had finished up December's book. So I am on that. I'm still reading Inward by Young Pueblo, which is a kind of a poetry type book. I am still reading and writing in Get Untamed the Journal by Glennon Doyle. I finished reading Apples Never Fall by Leanne Moriarty. Oh my. This book took a different spin than I was even expecting. It was really good. I enjoyed it. It was a very good mystery, family dynamics book. And then I read The Late Bloomers Club by Louise Miller, which was a kind of a Hallmark movie-esque type little town man meets woman, but it's the Late Bloomers Club, so it was, they were like my age. But when I finished that was book number 150 for the year. So I met my goal, my reinvented goal after life changed was 150 books. I did that, which means I have started rereading Written in My Own Heart's Blood, which is the 8th book in the Outlander series by Diana Gabaldon, not safe for children. And so I'm rereading it so that I can then read book 9, which has come out. But I wanted to reread book 8, but I knew if I jumped in, I would not get to 150 books because they are very long books. So I'm reading that book now. Watching Law and Order Special Victims Unit, the current season and episodes for the That's Messed Up in SVU podcast, not safe for children. Rewatching season 2 of Gilmore Girls with I Am All In with Scott Patterson podcast. It was the Bracebridge dinner episode this week. I had forgotten how much I love that episode. It's such a good episode. Yeah, enjoyed that. I finished watching the final episode of Dickinson, which is a series about Emily Dickinson on Apple TV. I finished watching season 2 of For All Mankind, which is a show that takes what would have happened if Russia had landed on the moon first. And so it's alternate timeline. I thought season 3 had already been released. So I finished season 2 and went on to start season 3 and then was like, no! Season 3 has not been released yet. Yeah. I don't know when it's being released. I have not even looked. Yeah. And then, so I have seen Ted Lasso several times. Dammy has never seen Ted Lasso. So while they were here for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, we were trying to binge both seasons. We got through all of season 1. We got through 10 of 12 episodes of season 2. So we said, I'll have 2 more episodes that we need to watch so that Dammy gets caught up. I love that show so much. And then I've been watching random other stuff and then listening to my favorite murder podcast, as always, random Spotify playlists. Yeah. And Dammy told me to make sure and remind y'all that a lot of what we read and watch is not safe for children. So there you go. There's the disclaimer. All right, let's move on to the next segment. And now it is time for the December, January, February Walking in a Winter Wonderland. Owl. So this is an owl that started on the 1st of December and it runs through the 28th of February. And it's for any project you knit, crochet, weave, spin, stitch, which includes cross stitch, embroidery, etc., or sew, that you can convince this is related to winter. Your fallback is you made it in the winter. And no whips are allowed. Start your project December 1st or later and finish it by December 28th. All the rules are in the show notes at ggkcs.com, as well as in our Facebook group. Facebook group is where you enter your entries when you finish projects. We go through all the rules in detail on the first podcast of every month. So next week, I'll go through the details. We'd like to say a huge thank you, love y'all, to our prize donors. Those are on the screen right now. More details and larger pictures are available in the show notes. If you would like to donate a prize, you can email us at ggkcspodcast@gmail.com. As a reminder, you have 30 days to claim your prize if you are a winner or you forfeit it. We still have one artistic autumnal owl prize that has not been claimed. So if you entered that, you need to go watch the when we gave away those prizes. And people who have finished projects in the last week are Jane S., Jennifer B.H., Silver D., and Tyra J. Great job, y'all. So keep working on those projects, get them posted. You have just over 2 months to get your projects finished and posted, and you could be a winner. All right, let's move on to the next segment. Snow is still coming down. Guess it's a good thing I work from home, right? All right, it's now time for Ask the Geeks, the part of the show where you ask us questions and we try to answer them. This question was originally asked and answered in 2019 by Sam, who says, what are some things that you wish to accomplish in the years to come, goals, plans, trips, etc.? So I felt this was a perfect time to talk about my goals for next year, crafting-wise. So, crafting goals. 52 preemie hats. So there's 52 Sundays in 2022. So I'll be doing a preemie hat every week. So there's that. The river pattern, cross stitch pattern that we got in the Resolution stitching box from the Black Needle Society. And it came with floss, and then I'm using fabric from another Black Needle Society box. And I did the math, and you have to do like, I can't remember how much it was. I want to say it was like 185 stitches a week to finish the entire piece in the year. So that is going to be an ongoing weekly challenge. I'll continue to do 25/7 on my Edinburgh Castle. I would like to cross stitch at least one ornament a month. I want to have a cross stitch tree. So I have plenty of ornament patterns in various ways that I will have plenty to choose from. So I want to do that. My knitting advent calendar project, Dust of Snow wrap. So I need to do 2 colors, well, technically, so because she blends the colors, I will actually be doing part of a third color every month. So I will go until I finish color 2, which means I will have knitted 4 rows of color 3 in part of that blending process. So it ends up being about 48 rows a month. So, 12 rows a week, 100 stitches in each row. So that is going to be a goal. I want to finish the Raining Loreleis pattern, Gilmore Girls pattern. And I want to get that fully finished, as well as fully finish my other Gilmore Girls pattern that I've stitched from the Enablers group on Facebook, so that I can put them up on my Gilmore Girls wall, which is behind you. Dammy and I did a little rearranging while they were here, so that I could have a nice big space for my Gilmore Girls art, because of that print I got that I showed y'all. And then, of course, we have the second Gilmore Girls retreat with the Black Needle Society. So I want to finish that piece that connects with the autumn piece. So it's going to be one long piece. So I won't be done with that to be able to display it for a little while. But there's that one. I will do birthday socks and birthday fingerless mitts for my niece and nephews, and birthday socks for Dammy and Katie and her family. Other than that, we're just gonna stitch and knit what I want. So socks are almost always on the needles. And then, just cross stitch on things as I see fit. So those are kind of my crafting goals for next year. We know that I will have at least 52 finished projects since I'm doing a preemie hat every week. So there's that. And then life goals, plans. Before the new variant showed up, I was working on plans to go visit Katie and her family in Wales next year. Don't know where we are with that plan because of the new variant. So, I hope, because I would like to go visit maybe in the autumn. So maybe, we'll see. Dammy will be graduating from college in the spring. Well, early summer, because of when their quarter ends. But, so, supporting them, seeing where they're going to be, what they're going to be doing, after post-university. And yeah, I'm just excited for a full new year, embracing who I am and living my life. And, continuing to work on myself with therapy, with journaling, and because I think that we always have stuff to work on in our lives. So that is important to me. We will be celebrating the 10th podiversary of the podcast / FlossTube next year. 10 years of doing this. So, and we'll hit episode 500 next year as well. So there's all kinds of exciting things to look forward to in 2022. So that's kind of my goals. So thank you, Sam, for the question. And I'm looking forward to the year ahead and seeing what's on the horizon. So. All right. If you have a question for us, you can post it in the Ask the Geeks thread in the Facebook group, as a question in a YouTube video comment. Send it to me on Instagram, email it to us. And thus far, there's not been a question we haven't been willing to answer. So ask away. And as always, we do reserve the right, but there we go. All right. Well, let's move on to the next segment. And we made it to the end of the show with the snow, and because of the snow, my grocery order's not coming today. So, good thing I have leftovers from Christmas. So, they're going to try to deliver tomorrow. We shall see. Okay, we made it to the end of the show. Hope y'all enjoyed the snow. It's still coming down. It's so beautiful. This is when snow makes me happy, when I can be inside watching it. So when we get finished here, I will be in my chair with my feet up, with my crafting, enjoying the snow. So, okay, announcements. Reminder, I am a rep for the Black Needle Society, and starting January the 1st, you can use my code JAVAPEARL5, JAVAPURL5, in the to get a discount in the vault. So the vault is where they put items that they had extra of from boxes. So if you are like on the waiting list, which if you're interested in getting the every other month boxes, so like Resolution Stitching was the one in November. January is Happy Hour Stitching with 2 Martini Stitcher. I'm super excited about it. If you're interested in getting one of those boxes, you need to get on the wait list. So go to blackneedlesociety.com. You can get on the wait list. And as you're waiting, if there's something that you see that gets opened up, it could very possibly be in the vault. So January 1st, you can use that code JavaPearl5. And make sure and sign up for their newsletter as well to get information, because special edition boxes, there's not a wait list for. It's typically first come, first serve. Like, for example, though, for like the Gilmore Girls. So if you bought the Autumn and Stars Hollow box, you got access to buy Summer and Stars Hollow a day early. So there's some perks to that, but the special edition boxes are not part of the regular wait list. So if you have any questions, they're very helpful and kind in answering them. So a reminder about the Pride Owl, the Pride Along that started in May and runs through the end of June 2022. I think I should knit myself some Pride socks. There we go. There is a video. Excuse me, I was drinking coffee while I was dealing with my grocery order. There is a YouTube video linked in our show notes, ggkcs.com, that tell you all the rules. Our hashtag is hashtag GGKCS Pride Along 2122. A huge thank you to everyone who supports the podcast. We're so grateful for each and every one of you that are part of our family. And yes, we're so grateful. We got a one-time donation in the last couple weeks. So thank you to Jane for that. If you would like to support the podcast financially, which that money is used for shipping out prizes, which we did a lot of in the last week and a half, and for technology behind the scenes, because technology, there are several ways you can do that. Patreon and YouTube Join are sites where you can pledge a certain amount a month to your favorite creatives and earn rewards or perks based on the level you donate at. To find out more or sign up, you can go to patreon.com/geekygirl. No, that's wrong. Patreon.com/GGKCS. Or on YouTube, there's a join button under any of the videos. If you'd like to make a one-time donation, there is a PayPal button in the sidebar of our show notes website. We are bookshop.org affiliates, which is an online bookstore with a mission to financially support local independent bookstores. If you purchase a book from our shop, we earn a commission, and local independent bookstores also earn money from your purchase. Our shop is at bookshop.org/shop/GGKCS. And we are amazon.com.co.uk and .ca affiliates. If you're going to shop on Amazon, if you go to our site first, click on the appropriate Amazon link, do your shopping as normal. We earn a little money back based on what you purchase. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It's a great way to support the podcast by doing something you were going to do anyway. You can find us online. Dammy and I realized after we recorded last week that we didn't tell you where to find us. I mean, like we had said throughout, but we didn't do our normal. You can find us online at ggkcs.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online. Instagram, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook group, etc., etc., etc. Well, with that, we wish you the happiest final week of 2021. We hope that you felt loved during the Christmas holiday, and if you didn't, know that we send our love to you. And I hope these remaining days of the year are full of things that you enjoy doing, and people you enjoy communicating with. Remember, please get your vaccine, get your booster when you're eligible, wear your masks. This is not over. Sirens. This is not over. I don't know why they're doing their little boop, but anyway, it's not over. We're still in the middle of a global pandemic. And so please take care of yourself and others. And until we see you again, happy crafting. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Stay tuned after the credits for one final Christmas karaoke song. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. Happy New Year.
Kiss the camera. Kiss the camera. Thank you so much.
Say, we hope that your 2022 is full of joy and love and hope and all the things that you wish for. What do you wish for? Catnip. Cookies. And for people to stop picking me up. Yeah, that's right. Happy 2022.